Man, what a week. A lot of close games. The biggest winning margin was 10 points in 2 different games. The other game was decided by 3, and the other game was decided by 8. That's some intense fantasy football right there, boys. Good week to everybody, even if you lost. Cannot be closer than that for all 4 games. That's pretty good. I think Mike made a pickup after my last post. Yeah, he picked up a kicker because his other kicker wasn't on a team to begin with, but he also is dead. Also, from reports that I've heard, Baronis was like driving very angrily. Had 2 run-ins with 2 different cars and then wrecked. So interesting to see if they ever find out what the deal is with that. You got a trade going on between Chris and Andrew. Andrew's trading away Kobe Fleener to get Jermaine Gresham and a 2nd round pick. I believe. I don't think Chris currently has a tight end to play. I'm looking at his team. Jordan Cameron's hurt and on bye. Pitta's on IR after dislocating his hip in all bad kind of ways. Jermaine Gresham is also on bye, hence the trade to get a tight end. Let's go to the overview. I was up 41 going into Monday night's game. You had Cutler and Forte. I was quite nervous, but Forte getting a measly 13 just didn't show. But after Thursday's night, having 38 points with Julio Jones, really thought I was in trouble. Didn't have the best week, but Champ's team also did not show on Sunday. Alex Smith got 24 points on the bench. You're not going to play Alex Smith over any of those players. And fantasy football has been tough so far this year, guys. Players are going down. People aren't performing their way. In the battle of nobody had a win, Mr. I'm going undefeated this year doesn't have a win yet. Tompkins gets his first win. This is decided by 10 points. Andrew Luck had 40, but the rest of his team really didn't show up. Matt Ryan and Drew Brees played. Des Bryant had 20, but there's really just nothing to talk about. Left Deshaun Jackson on your bench. I know he was questionable going into the game, but you had to figure he was going to play against Philly. Returning home to Philly, you knew he had to have a big game. I don't understand how you leave him on your bench. Martellus Bennett, monster game. Well, not monster, 22 points. It's a very good game. Reggie Bush finally had a good game, and left him on the bench there. 36 points from Kirk Cousins. Jordan Matthews finally showed up, and I'm sure you wouldn't have played him. Cousins, you're not going to play him over Rodgers, obviously. I thought that Lions game was going to be a shootout. That ended up biting me. I played Stafford in a different league. That game sucked. But Tompkins is 1-2. I think the Packers are 1-2. I could be wrong on that. But went to... Oh, I already told you the story because I did the video on Sunday. The Barstool thing. Tompkins is a bitch. Don't need to go over it again. Chris winning by 3 points. Closest game of the week. Who played? Brandon Marshall. You would expect to have more than 1 point, especially on Monday night. He twisted his ankle, came back in the game, still did nothing. That hurts for Jay, and preventing him from winning that game. Even with Chris getting -1 from the Texans defense. Macklin went off with 30, Foles 33. Any bench players here? Talk about Kelvin Benjamin. Honestly surprised that you did not play him. Guy's a beast. Got 26. Emmanuel Davis. Questionable why you didn't play him. Who did you play? I don't see how you start Matt Acita over him, but alright. I know you're a Dolphins fan, don't want to play against your own team. Jay on the other side, Emmanuel Sanders would have won you this game. I understand why you wouldn't play him over the players that you did, but if you did play him, he wins you the game. No one else really to talk about on the team. Close game, not high scoring, just like every game so far, really. And who the final game? Kyle, I didn't pick you to win this week because you started yucky Josh McGowan, and that pretty much just cost you the game. You would have won if you played Eli. Yep. Even with Andrew starting the Panthers defense getting -7, you still didn't win. Ew. That's awful. And Matt Stafford got 3. Andrew pretty much just laid on the ground and gave it to you, and you still couldn't win because you had to play Josh McCown, who is disgusting. I know the Giants are terrible, but Eli's not putting up awful numbers. 21 and 19 the last 2 weeks. Don't see how you're not playing that. Otherwise, that's it. Not much more to talk about. Crabtree got 24. Blake Bortles got 19. That's also another thing. You got 2 rookie quarterbacks coming out this week to start with Bortles and Bridgewater. So let's see who's going to play who there. Me and Andrew are still undefeated. And then Champ and Chris are at 2-1. Everyone else is under 500. And Kyle and Mike still winless. So change that up, guys. We'll preview what might happen in the next video. So good luck. And I just messed up the screen here. Toodaloo.